CJ-7 here, 76, that I'm going to be putting a suspension lift on. The customer wants a 2.5-inch suspension lift. He wants some new exhaust on it, change the pinion seals on it, and change the rear bumper as well. And it's in fairly decent shape, not too bad, but I'm going to start to work on it. Here's the VDS suspension system. Not like your JKs. So came with some nice shocks as well, so we'll be installing that. And then we're going to be putting some new yokes on, the whole yoke seal kit. And let's see here, I'll unbox this a little bit. And here's the kit right there. Comes with the U-joints there, and then the seals there as well. So that's for probably the front, I'm not sure, I'll have to figure that out. It looks like it's for the rear, so that's our rear setup. And then I have our front setup for the front yoke repair kit here as well. So we'll have those to go through. Customer wants us to do a tie rod change, so I'm going to be doing that. And then the steering as well, so we'll change those out. And then the exhaust, we're going to put a Borla muffler on it, and then change some of the piping because this pipe's a bit outdated. But overall, not in bad shape. Looks pretty good. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to have to cut that back bumper out. We're unpackaging the BDS parts that came with the lift for the CJ-7. I just put a little WD-40 to see if I can get these bolts off pretty easy. I'll start with the shock, work my way, take the back out first over there, let this, and then take the middle, let this drop and swing down. Do one at a time, obviously. You don't want to do both sides at the same time. So let's just see what's in here. Let's open this guy up. I think this will be all the hardware pieces, probably some instructions. I'm not sure if it even comes. Oh, it does come with installation instructions. Not the best clarity. I guess they ran out of ink on their printer. So that's not cool, but okay. That is not cool. All right. They could have made sure that what they sent was not... All right. Anyway, luckily I know what steps to take, but this isn't all that great. So next time, BDS, double check what you send out, because I can't even see that anyway. All right, got all the bushings and stuff right here. Some new hardware, it's gonna go in. And we got the sticker here. Got all the U-bolts here. Ones are larger, ones are a bit more narrow, which are going to go to the rear side, I believe. And yeah, one on the passenger side, I think it's a bit wider. See how this one's wider and then the rest are not? I think that goes on the front passenger side. Alright, so that's pretty much it there. Pretty bummed out that they gave me installation instructions. What if I needed to really follow this? Not cool. Alright, to be continued and moving on. Alright, just a quick update. I went to their site and just downloaded the instructions there. So that's your best bet. Again, here's the bushings and everything, the kit, the sleeves that it came with, the U-bolts there, some more here. This goes on the passenger side. It's a bit wider than the rest, and then the other ones just fit around for the other side, but pretty straightforward installation. This particular CJ doesn't have any sort of sway bar links, which is interesting. So pretty straightforward. Now I'm going to take the shocks off and work my way through. All right, I took the shocks. It came with Nitro Series NX2 BDS suspension. From what I read, these are pretty good. So it was packaged pretty well, you know. Should go really well with this Jeep here. He should notice the difference, the customer, on the drive for sure. And then I got the steering stabilizer, and it came with the whole kit to change out what he has, because he's got a pretty horrible, garbage, rusted out one right there. It's pretty bad. It's really bad actually. And I took the shock out. It came out pretty easy. So that's step one. I'm going to take the U-bolts out now, down over there, this spot here, these two, and get this side out and put the new one in and work my way to the other side. All right, I'm in the process of putting the bushings, the new bushings, into the new springs here. This is the front spring, so I had to look this up. The 004251 are for the fronts. 004251 are for the fronts. And I'm putting the frame bushings as well. So I just cleaned that out there. Some rust. But I cleaned it out. I'm about to put those bushings in. I painted the shackle plates that were here, cleaned them up, and I just sprayed them with some PR15. And making my way to getting those bushings and getting this side done, and then work my way to the other side. Probably won't get to the back until tomorrow. That is the current progress. All right. All right. I installed the driver's side BDS 2.5-inch leaf. I got the U-bolts. That was a little bit of a pain to get that lined up, but if you drop it slowly, to be careful with the original brake line here, and then kind of push the leaf a little over towards the passenger side, you could get in the little bolt that's on here right into the hole there. So that worked out. I torqued these down to 7. It says 70-85. I torqued it down to 74 for now. I'll drive and then see what's up after I'm done, but this is what it looks like. Put the grease. So not too bad, much easier than the JK, that's for sure. And I'm gonna tell the owner that it'd probably be best to order a heavy duty shackle kit here. So I'll order that. I could always put that in pretty easily. So yeah, coming along. Tomorrow I'll get to the other side and then get to the back as well. And then I'll have to do the pinion seal and keep working my way through. All right, working on the passenger side. Make sure to get in here and clean that out there and do the new bushings in there. It was pretty bad there. The existing ones, they were pretty horrible, pretty beat up. Not good stuff. Had to clean over here as well. Get in there and get all that grime out, and get underneath there and clean that out, and then got the back cleaned out too, and just gonna get ready to mount the passenger side spring. I'm doing some rust-proof painting on some of the pieces that I'm putting back for the customer here, whatnot. So all right, almost done with the front part here, and then working my way in the back. Then gonna start to do the tie rod, steering, stabilizer, drag link as well is going to come out, and then the last pieces are to do the pinion seal in there, and then the exhaust he wanted, and then I'm going to see if I can get to this back bumper where it was welded. He's got a new bumper, but I'm not sure. what's gonna happen there. All right, I'm working on the tie rod right now. I put some anti-seize, always important to do that. This is the old one here, pretty damn beat up, pretty gross, pretty rusty. Looks like it's bent a little bit right there too, and definitely bent right there. It's like comes down a little bit right there, and pretty bad shape there. So again, anti-seize is always good to do there. So what I'm gonna do now is just turn these to match the length that was originally on there, just so I could get it tight, but the owner's gonna have to get some sort of alignment, but I'll at least get it to the match at least where it was with the old one. But this is the new one, and it'll be in much better shape than that old one there, which I do see like a bent. It's hard to probably tell in the video, but it's bent here, comes down and bends up right there. You can kind of see it. All right, continue on. All right, just an update, getting ready to install the shocks. A bit disappointed it came with no stickers to put on the side here, although it advertises on the box that it looks like it should have came with a sticker. There's nothing inside the box whatsoever. Not cool, and it didn't come with the washers. I have to reuse the washers. So my favorite tool in the shop is the bench grinder, because I could clean up all the washers, I could clean up all the bolts and the nuts, and nothing came with it. So I did put in the tie rod, the drag link, got that all going, so we're good there. But not cool from BDS that you advertise. It looks like a sticker of some sort, and just plain Jane on the shock. Thumbs down on that, that's for sure. All right, getting ready to install this. All right, working my way in the back right now. The customer's rear is pretty rusty, pretty bad. Make sure you put a bottleneck underneath the spring. I have to do this by hand. I put a ton of PB blaster in there and WD-40, and I had to crack it with my bar. So that's what I'm doing right now to even get it out, because I can't do it with my air impact wrench. It just won't come out, but it's working doing it by hand. Definitely a pain in the butt. Make sure that you put some PB blaster, WD-40 for sure. It's just very corroded in there, as you could tell. His leaves are all messed up here too, so pretty bad shape actually. But that's where I'm at right now, working on the back. This is supposed to be the easy part, turning out to be a big pain in my freaking butt. So just so you get a little bit more underneath there. So yeah, make sure you put some PB on that for sure. All right, this is the plate that's underneath the spring. It's in pretty good shape. It just has some surface rust here. I mean, this is pretty thick. Looks like a little over a quarter for sure, a quarter thick or around there. And basically what I'm going to do is take my bench grinder here. This is my best tool in the garage. So yeah, we're looking at a 1/4 inch, just a little over a quarter. So I'm going to go ahead and grind this down, and then I'm going to paint it with PR15 anti-rust and slap this. So this goes underneath the spring for the CJ-7, and then the shock mounts here, so it's in good shape. But the shackle piece was not in good shape. It was pretty bad shape. This is the garbage stock shackles. So the spring was attached to this one here. This goes on the upper part to the frame, and then the spring's here down at the bottom. But that is really bad, and that corner lost a lot of metal there. This could have snapped. I could probably snap this with my hand. So I told the owner that, hey, we gotta replace these. So I ordered a new set, and he doesn't want to go any higher than the lift I'm putting on it. Otherwise I would have got something stronger, but it gives you about 1.5 inches 2 inches of lift out there for the ones that you order. But this is what this is a depth trap for the CJs and whatnot, or any of them with the springs, because that could snap right off. So I'm gonna grind away right now. So that one's gonna be thrown out, but I'm gonna grind away with this to show you guys. See, it starts to clean it up. There's the difference. Surface rust here and down to the metal. I could see, you know, it's pretty solid. So then painting this will be perfect. You want to keep working your way through. Grinding that surface rust away. Starts to work its way all the way through. I got the new shackles in. I put them in for the customer. The original ones were in really bad shape, so I went ahead and put the new ones in. I'm just working on the driver's side here. The passenger side is all set. I got these in. That's all done down there. Did some cleaning, had to repaint the plate down on the bottom there. It was in good shape. I just grinded it down and gave it a little spray, and now I'm just working my way on the driver's side. I did want this to be removed, but gonna need a whole new piece here. I'll have a conversation with them, but so far these were definitely a pain in the butt, and trying to get the old ones off, the amount of rust that was on underneath there on the old ones was pretty bad. These came out pretty easy from the hanger side, and the shackles it was easy as well, but the underneath here I had to spray a lot of PB blaster and wait, and then ended up doing it by hand, which was not fun. So took a breaker bar and had to do it that way. But at least we're all set. Gonna put in the shocks. The front's all set. It's looking good there. Got everything going there. We'll take this thing for a test drive once I'm done. I just gotta put some grease on all the Zerk and everything that I did here with the drag link and whatnot. So almost there. And then I just have to finish the pinion seal and that's it. Alright, so I finished the suspension. It's definitely riding a little bit higher, which is pretty nice. It's looking good from the back there. Got the shocks, suspension, new shackles. It's looking good. It's that there. Looks great. It's got a nice little ride height to it. I'm not sure that I would put the 33s on it, but that's what the client wants. It's definitely riding a lot taller. I like it with the 31s, just the way it is, maybe a little bit wide. 31s is what I would do. I'll have a conversation with him, but he really wants the 33s, so I don't know. But I got that going on underneath there. The whole drag link. Stabilizer. Pretty much everything is new underneath here. And it was in pretty bad shape, but looking good. So next, gonna move on. I already took the seal out of the back, so this is like a repair kit. So I'm gonna replace and put all this in right now underneath. I cleaned it up. I'm just gonna have another look at it, make sure it's nice and clean. Then I got to do the same thing for the front. And then he wants the transfer case as well. It's got a leak there in that one main gasket. I'm gonna change out for him too, and then that's pretty much it for now. Oh, and I still have to do the exhaust, the muffler, and the pipe. That's about it. All right. Here's an update. So I put the new universal joint here, the CV joint. This one came with the kit from the Yukon kit, and then this is the side that goes to the transfer case, which I reached out to the client, told him the transfer case is just like a mess. It's full of gook. I'll take some video. So I'm gonna replace that. I got another universal joint for that. I mean, really he should change the shaft, but that's for another time, I guess. So I'm working on that. So this goes to the rear side where I put the new Yukon. So that's ready to go. It's really nice. And then gonna move on to waiting. Oh, gotta move on to the front, and I'm gonna take his cover off that rear because I didn't like the gook that was in there. I'm gonna clean it out and replace the cover for him and let the gasket cure overnight, and then I'll put some oil. Probably I'll see if I need to do the same for the front, and that's pretty much it for now. All right, I finished that. That's good to go. I put the pinion seal with the Yukon kit, the UV joints and everything, so good there. And then I did the same thing on the front there, change out the universal joints. And then this is the nasty transfer case he's got going on. It's obviously been collecting a lot of gook. It does look like it's coming from a couple of places, but it does look like it's leaking right over here at the seal. It is making some kind of funky noise. This is all a bit of a mess, but really the leak looks like it's coming from there, but he's got to change this out. Eventually this has to come out and be rebuilt. I don't know what the customer wants to do, but there's all that gack. This is like thick gack up here. So I'm gonna clean this out, and then I'm gonna mark this. So I'm gonna reuse this guy. I'm gonna take this out because I do have a seal coming to replace in here. Hopefully that fixes a little bit of his leak here, but I think he needs eventually to replace these gaskets here. But there are some shims in here. That's the your speed gauge there, so it's a whole big piece that comes out with some gears on it that spin, so you can't just like kind of pop this thing out. Really the best thing to do is pull this whole thing out and start taking it apart to rebuild it. But that's a bit of decent work. You got the pinion here to push out, that's holding several things in place in there. It's like two big gears that are running in there. but I could see it right there. There is this leak coming out right there, if you could see. So I'm just gonna go ahead and clean this as good as I can, mark it with my marker here, so when I screw this back in, I align it exactly with the same place where I took it out. That's usually what I do when I don't put a new one. Alright, I did some cleaning in the transfer case. Disgusting amounts of 40-year-old dirt is pretty bad. That's a lot of it that came out that was cooked underneath the transfer case and on the transfer case. I mean, it's like some of it was like a ½ inch thick, if not more. Pretty nasty stuff. So just did a little cleaning, sprayed it just to clean some of this nastiness out, and then if there is any other leaks, I could kind of see where it's coming from in the future. Alright, I took the transfer case yoke out. It looks a little bit dirty and nasty there. I'm not sure what that is there, but I'm going to clean that a little bit. Looks like that's the seal in there. It's an interesting seal. I don't know if it like pushed all the way in there or what happened there. I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like that exactly. It doesn't look right. But have the kit coming, we'll see. And I tried to clean as much as I could out of there. It's pretty gacky. It was like an inch thick of gack in there, up there. He's gonna have to have this power washed professionally, and then it could be in really good shape. This is loose. Your bearings are shot in there for sure. That's not good there. That'll cause for the seals to come loose, but that's not good there. So this should not move at all. So this needs to be repaired, but I'm not sure what the customer's gonna want to do. But yeah, you shouldn't have that much play. I could feel it. I could feel the bearings not good. So we'll have to tell the owner. Okay, I did the rear here, put the pinion seal in and the new Yukon kit, universal joints. Looking good. Put the UV up there too. Alright, getting ready to do the front pinion seal removal. A lot of oil residue everywhere underneath the front end, inside the universal joint area over here, over in his oil pan area. He's got something going on with the housing, the bell housing here too. There's oil all over the starter as well, so I'll have to show him this. So yeah, pretty bad shape. I'm not sure what's going on here, but I don't like it. A lot of oil, and not good getting oil on there as well, but tons of oil going on. That's the problem with these old ones, you know, if you don't maintain them from the start, this is what it runs into. So there's some stuff going on there too, so that doesn't look too great. There's a lot of oil and gack here too, so just a lot of oil. This is the front shaft. It's in really bad shape. Universal joint area. This is pretty bad. He might want to change this later on, just recording it. Take one. So this is the old stuff. There's some rust in here, a lot of dirt. So there's a little clip in here that holds the universal joint. You want to get in here and just clean that out as much as you can. It broke on me. It's these guys that I'm trying to take out this thing. So I'm gonna go ahead. That one has nothing anymore. Clean this out as much as I can. Pretty nasty, the old one. Customer doesn't want to replace this right now. So hoping to nudge this guy out. So it's a little tight in there. tape. Take this guy like that. Try and get it to move around a little bit. You could kind of get it to move around. So I'm going to go ahead, take this, do a little bit of a tap there. See if that did it. Like that. Like that. So, I'm gonna try and just push it down a little bit. Not gonna work. These are the sucky parts of doing this. Try and get it to move. Try and get it to break free. There we go. Once it breaks free like that, hopefully it could come right up. There we go. That one's been in there for a while. That's for sure. I've been in there for a while. Alright, I like to take the plastic rubber pieces off. These are breaking apart like right away. These are little rubber pieces holding in the grease with the little bearings that are in here. But like this one and the other ones, these things have been breaking off right away. This gives me a little bit more room when I squeeze down. It's peeling right off. It's pretty bad. Pretty old. This has been on here for 40, I don't know, a long time. I don't know how long, but a very long time. This garbage right there gives you more room when you punch down. I'll show you in a minute. I can take a little razor, put the if you could see this. Put the pliers, the screwdriver here, just go like this, and then it breaks that rubber piece right off. These are pretty gross, man. These are nasty. Alright. So that's that there. Alright, now I'm going to take the tool and just rotate this again. sure this one's sprayed too. Break this thing free. I like to keep this like this, and this isn't like, this is loose. Take that. Take this guy, compressor here. I use this a lot. Comes in handy. I don't have a big press machine, but this works. Just go like that. And it's gonna eventually crack. Start to push it down like it is. If you're lucky, it'll push that bottom right out, but I haven't been lucky, so push it all the way down until it doesn't go anymore. It's good there. Free it up. Take that out. Rotate this sucker here. Okay, I got lucky before. Let's see if I get lucky again. And I was lucky this time. All right, again, crap. All right. Rotate, push the other one down the other side, break it free. Then I gotta clean this and put the new ones on. I'll go ahead, do the same here, and it should actually crack it. Let's see. Oh, hold on a second. Trick that I do in my grinder here, my bench grinder, I put this little, you know, whatever, grab like one of your mechanic rags, attach it to the back, and it'll catch all the nasty dirt that comes spitting out when you're trying to clean these. You know, I just cleaned those out, and those are the dirty, and these are the ones that are getting clean, so I could reuse them. And that's really a good idea, so it doesn't get all over the place behind you and hit you in the face and all that fun stuff. Just a little tip. Back to the press. You guys get the point here. You gotta be careful lining this up. Right there. Let's take it easy. Should press it down like it's doing right now. All the way down. I like to do this by hand. You could use an air tool, but there you go. That's how you do that. Come right up. All right. It's the old crap, old piece of shit. Excuse my language.